Don't sign that." The words almost escaped her mouth. Almost. The pen hovered in the air. 12 executives, one decision. A contract worth billions and buried in Clause 47B, a policy shift that would quietly cut healthcare coverage for thousands of low-income families. No press release would mention it. No headline would expose it. It would just happen, and everyone would act surprised later. Her name was Joy, Chief Compliance Officer, 35, brilliant, respected. Invited into rooms most people never see. And right now, every eye was on her. "Legal cleared it?" the chairman asked casually. She swallowed. "Yes," she said. But her voice felt wrong in her own ears because legal had cleared it. Technically. Ethically, that was different. Joy grew up watching her father speak too much. He lost jobs because he couldn't keep quiet. He challenged supervisors, exposed shady deals, refused to compromise. Her mother used to whisper at night, "Your father is right, but right doesn't pay school fees." Joy learned early, silence protects, silence promotes, silence keeps you invited. And now silence was expected. The CFO leaned back. "We're all aligned, correct?" Her signature was the final approval. One word from her and the room would fracture. One objection and the deal could stall. Investors would question. Colleagues would resent. Whispers would start. She's emotional. She doesn't understand business realities. She's difficult. She imagined the emails, the exclusion, the subtle cold shoulders. She imagined losing everything she built. The pen touched paper, but then something flashed in her mind. A hospital waiting room, her mother sitting there years ago, bills stacked in her lap. Insurance refusing coverage over a technical clause. She remembered the humiliation. The quiet anger, the feeling of being invisible. Clause 47B, technical clause. Different building, same injustice. Her hand froze, the room tightens. "Joy," the chairman's voice sharpened. She looked around the room. Polished shoes, polished smiles, polished indifference. Some of them knew. She saw it in their eyes. They weren't blind. They were protected. And protection makes people quiet. Her heartbeat thundered. If she spoke, promotions, gone. Future board seats, gone. Reputation, unpredictable. If she stayed silent, thousands lose coverage. Children denied treatment. Families choose between rent and medicine. But no one would trace it back to her. No one would know she saw it. No one but her. She thought of her father again, the night he lost his final job. Her mother crying. Her teenage self promising, "I'll never risk stability like that." Suddenly she saw it clearly. Her father wasn't reckless, he was courageous. And maybe her mother's fear had slowly become hers. Maybe safety had raised her, maybe silence had shaped her, and maybe this was the moment that would define her. She placed the pen down slowly. The room went still. "I have a concern," she said. Not loud, not dramatic, steady. Clause 47B projected impact numbers, long-term legal exposure, public risk, ethical implications. She spoke calmly, methodically, unemotionally, which made it impossible to dismiss her as emotional. Silence filled the room, not the comfortable kind, the exposed kind, the kind where everyone realizes they've been pretending not to see something. The vote was delayed, the chairman was not pleased. After the meeting, a senior executive pulled her aside. "You embarrassed leadership," she nodded. "I protected the company." He stared at her, didn't respond. Invitations slowed the next few weeks. Calls became shorter. She felt the shift. Courage is rarely applauded immediately. 3 months later, a journalist uncovered similar clauses in a competitor's contract. Public outrage exploded, stock prices crashed, executives resigned. Internal audits began across the industry. And because Joy forced review earlier, her company had already amended their contract. They were protected. The chairman called her into his office. For the first time, his tone was different. "You may have saved us." She didn't smile. She thought about something else. That night, she visited her parents. Her father older now, quieter. Her mother softer. She told them what happened. Her father said nothing for a long time, then he said, "Sometimes I wondered if I was foolish." Her mother looked at him, and for the first time she didn't defend safety. She whispered, "I think I was afraid, and maybe I taught you to be afraid too." It wasn't blame, it was awareness. Silence had protected them, but it had also limited them. That realization healed something in the room, long before boardrooms, long before contracts and compliance policies. There was another woman who walked into a room where silence would have protected her. She could have stayed comfortable. She could have stayed hidden. But her people were about to suffer quietly, and she chose to speak. Her name was Esther. She risked her position, her safety, her life, not for applause, but because silence would have been easier and wrong. Most injustice survives not because evil is loud, but because good people stay quiet. Courage is expensive, silence feels safe, but silence sends invoices later. If you've been staying quiet because it feels safer, ask God for courage. Not noise, not rebellion. Courage, the kind that protects people even when it costs you. If you choose courage today, pray, God, help me speak when it matters. That's where purpose begins. God bless you.